What is going on, governors? Chisgule here, and today we're going to be streaming KvK 1960 versus 474, and also 2 times on the Joan wheel, baby. Hope y'all are doing well. This is the first stream since we started releasing information about formations. Officially, when we had information about formations anyways, I started making videos about that, speculating how it might work, and actually, I was kind of shockingly close to how some of that was going to go. Big shout out to the members and moderators in the chat. ABZ, Rodrigo, Muhammad, Are You Lols, Joshua, One Cold Gamer, Killer, Michael G. What's good? Zolt, Derek, Cringelord, Cool Pasta, Abyss, Leonardo. Hey, how's it going? Frozen, what's up? And a big thank you to Rise of Kingdoms for sponsoring today's live stream. Much appreciated. Let's jump in game. I had a flag lined up here that was getting swarmed, but it's now burning. Captain in the flag was a Joan primary, which, like, Joan is really strong, it seems, against single rallies, less the anti-swarm champion that we all want and need. We're going to get a look around the map, talk through who's where and what's going on, but the area we're going to be focused on is 1960. Right up over here. These guys had some crazy swarms going on earlier. So we're going to be getting a look around. And I will say, 474 is a kingdom that we allied with in the past that had an issue with a migration out in the middle of the KvK, which was a bit of a rip. You may recall this was in the KvK where we fought against 1846. It's a big KvK. And they've really built back up in 474. I mean, 474 is truly unrecognizable from their power level. You know, unrecognizable is not the right word. You know what is recognizable from 474 is their all-in commitment. As I recall, they were pretty all-in. Even though they had a big hit on their numbers, they were pretty all-in. And I think that's still really the case. Now this flag, my God. What's happening here? This looks like it's a defense on a 1960 flag. A lot of field for 1960. This is, I believe, 474 right over here. Let's look at the alliance members here. Yeah, 474. 18 million power. Alliance leader. So you know that's an alt. Hey, Shelby, good morning. How's everybody doing today? You've been rewatching the start of my restart project and you're loving it? Yeah, I made a playlist of my restart project, and it's kind of hard to believe that it's now almost 1,200 days old. Like, the account age is, like, on its way to 1,200 days. It's pretty crazy. I think some of the playlist order was rearranged to pull forward some of the more exciting stuff at one point. Who's winning? Well, we're going to have to get a look around the map here. We're going to have to get a look around the map here because from an ally standpoint, I believe that the kingdom all the way down here is locked. And the kingdom all the way up top is locked. So it's sort of a 3v3. 3v3. Well, there's a lot of kingdoms in this KvK. Hold on, let's look at the full list here. Let's look at the full list here. This is a Strife KvK. I actually need to edit the description. This is a Strife KvK. Dude, Strife KvKs are so good for fighting. Alright, description's fixed. So, you've got bottom left, mid left, upper right. Is that right? No. Sorry. It's mid left, upper right, and bottom center here. These guys are allied. Probably should just draw it on a Strife map, actually. Michael, hey, thank you for the super chat. David Ross, time for some war. Yes, indeed. So these three have this one locked up top, and then these three have this one locked down here. That's what's going on. There's two Imperiums in here, 474 and 1960. Strife KvK is farming until Kingsland? Oh, the one you're in. Got it. Yeah, Strife KvK is kind of supposed to be the ultimate brawl, honestly. I feel like that's really what it's become. Strife KvK is the ultimate brawl. Shelby, thank you for the 7 months. Yeah, I can show the updated 254 alliances. Yeah, we can do that. We can get a look. Now that everybody's settled in after doing the Ark of Osiris on the weekend. Yeah, these guys are allies. 1960's got a lot of work to do, honestly. Let's get a look. What alliance is this? War Sub-Alliance. Yeah, this is 1960. So this is another 1960 shell. Looks like they're cuddled up with these guys. So they must be allied here. So they're not burning them. But they're not allied with these guys in yellow, I think. And there must be some fighting going on here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1960's got some work to do. Anthony, welcome to the Elite Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Anthony. Welcome. Pakal Herald has never really been a good open field march. Someone told you otherwise, I apologize, because that is really not my perspective. Pakal and Herald are great for cheeseburgering. They are really high anti-swarm. And you might get good trades, but that's because you're not doing the thing that your field march really needs to be doing, which is helping sort of clear the field. So, like, they're fine. Like, if you have them, you're using them, but the real problem is that a field march needs to do big AoE damage, and they don't do that. And they don't do big damage at all. The way that you deal with a Pakal Herald is you just ignore it. That's the strategy. And you let your AoE skill damage kill it. Can we see an update on your restart as well? Seeing as arcs ended there as well. Yeah, we can look. We're going to look at the main. We can check out that kingdom. 254. We'll check out my restart. We look at the kingdom. Absolutely. We'll get a look around. Because we got to spin wheels on both. Is Skippy Honda good in the open field? Yes. It's very good in the open field. Captain Lobster, I can tell you with great confidence that Skippy Honda will serve you well in the open field. Its damage is a little low, but its very high march speed gets you around. And, you know, when I say low, this is all, like, relative, right? It's relative. Compared to other marches, it's not going to do as much damage, but it's still solid. Word Daddy Chat, thank you for the 5 gifted, man. Good to see you this morning. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Let's go. Show some love in the chat. Word Daddy Chad's hooking people up with gifted memberships. Let's go. Pretty sure we're about to see a rally on this flag. Do we have any really big players here? We got a 110. Nobody too crazy sitting on top of this flag. 102. Who's winning? Honestly, it looks like 1960 does not have as much territory right now. But 1960 is kind of insane. So I think to underestimate their momentum would be a mistake. David, hey, welcome to the Honor Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for David. New member of the channel. Let's go. Full map. You've got blue, red, purple, red, versus orange, dark blue. Now, it does look like they got a pass over here, man. So there's big fighting going on over here around this pass. These guys are going to have to sort out how to handle that. Looks like they're burning, though. Speaking of burning, this flag's about to get lit up. $1960 will win. We're just watching how it happens. Chat says. You're in this KvK, Arvin? Which kingdom are you in? Word Daddy Chat, thank you for the super chat. Skippy Honda's great. Boudica Honda great. XY Honda great. Even Herald Honda, surprisingly great. Put a Sun Tzu with Honda and he'll be great. Oh god. I thought you were going to say put him with Alexander. Make a good joke there. Sorry. Dad jokes. I'll be fine. 1960 versus 254. Who would win? You know, look, I'm not trying to, like, start a fight. But is 1960 still kind of like a one alliance kingdom? I mean, if we're talking about a 1v1, I think the challenge they would have against a kingdom like 254 is that we are a 4 alliance kingdom. And no, we don't have an alliance as insane as 1960, obviously. I don't know that any kingdom does anymore. Does any kingdom have a single alliance that is strong as the 1960 GT alliance? Probably not. There are 2 alliance kingdom. I'm not saying they're not a great kingdom. They are. But I think it underestimating the quantity of players in a sort of go wide strategy Imperium would probably be a mistake. Look at this instant swarm, dude. Ready, 1960 so strong. You're from 2208. Yeah, they are really strong. If you've been following along, by the way, with our Osiris League bets, it's been interesting to see which teams have been sort of performant. I put a bunch of Oryx onto a kingdom battling against the former champions of the realm of Bastet, because we had a little bit of news that they were migrating or had migrated to 1960. I won a lot of Oryx, man. And a lot of people are going to lose a lot of currency having bet on the team High Hopes, which migrated out. Yeah, no, seriously. I unknowingly put my Oryx on Maximum Thunder. Do y'all remember Maximum Thunder, the guy who went rogue in 1075? He couldn't make it more than like 2 months without going rogue. Do you remember this? It was a shockingly low number of people that watched this stream, and it was very entertaining. On Sunday, I streamed this. It was very entertaining. It was a shockingly low number of people that watched. It was a very funny stream. $1960 uses mules, apparently. An account mule is somebody who plays your account that isn't from the kingdom. Is that what that is? Like, are we differentiating a mule from account sharing? Zane says, I'm Captain Lobster, just switched my name. Welcome, Zane. Someone says 30,000 euros in one stream. Is this real? WTF, bro? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Full Nevsky or Skippy Prime to replace Saladin or Leonidas? I mean, in recent polls on my channel, people have said they think Nevsky is the stronger commander overall. But I think Skippy Prime, if you're just looking for open field, is really strong. That said, between replacing Leonidas or replacing Saladin, I think replacing Saladin is the higher priority. Oh god, we got a Pakala captain here. Pakala captain. That is not the worst, but it's not good. Oh, somebody who plays for hire. Oh, interesting. God, account mules, huh? Hire somebody to play the account while you're sleeping? Jesus. I mean, that would take account sharing to kind of the next level, wouldn't it? That's crazy. Oh, almost as crazy as the squad and the flag. You know the flag's in trouble because the counterattack damage is only 1,000. Yeah, it's not good. Is Alex worth unlocking? Alexander the Great's a really strong commander. Thank you again, Word Eddie Chad, for the super chat on the topic of Alexander the Great jokes. Yo, how can I sign up to be a mule? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Do you even lift, bro? Definitely not a gym rat if that's what you're asking. If I'm not mistaken, the former king of 1960, I believe that was Governor, who's no longer playing the game, which is unfortunate because he was a pretty chill dude. But I believe the Governor would give out prizes to their kingdom, like financial prizes based on your performance. Like, he would pay for your crystal tech if you fought in the last KvK, something like that. Some amount of your crystal tech, anyways. Dude, 1960 was insane. In part because they, I mean, Governor and probably others did some big financial backing. But also because they had a ton of really high power players. I'm totally gonna sneeze. Oh, that's the worst when you know you need to sneeze. Please make more low spender guides. What specifically are you looking for? Siege main. Yeah, I'm a siege main. All right, take it easy. Siege main here in the house. Was it Leopard who was helping financially support the prizes for contribution? My understanding is that they were not small. Oh, this flag. Look at that. Dude, this flag is getting rallied in a second. Oh my god. Or is it? There's a lot of 474 on here. Leopard has 100 billion resources? Jesus. First place was at least $1,000. Wow. Where is Leopard's account? I don't know. Maybe we'll see it. It's still in this kingdom, right? Your KvK will begin in 2 days. Nice. Thanks for streaming our KvK. Cool, Tiny Tank. What kingdom are you in? Richard is not amazing in the late game. He's certainly usable, but he wouldn't be considered meta, except in Canyon. Because in Canyon, he is bonkers. TR is almost 15 billion power. Yeah, so TR got like a father-son duo, I believe. That between the two of them, they're 1.2 billion power. Like, they're both like 600 million power. And they're really young accounts. Like, really young accounts. It's really crazy. We'll look at it later. Rally coming in. Archers. 60 GT on the defense. Xeno in the flag. Secondary captain. YSS. Rally canceled. Jeez. This is the flag we gotta watch. This is on the verge of burning here. You played with Leopard once? The guy's insane. He stopped into one of my streams and was really generous. I mean, he hooked me up with some super chats, let me tell you. I haven't actually had a chance to really chat with Leopard, but just know he was very generous when he dropped into my stream. What does everyone think of the new updates coming? Oh boy. Lots to talk about there. Is it just me or is the game getting smoother? Tell me what you mean, Helsinki. By the way, there's a new iPad. Yeah, I'm in voice. I am in voice. Oh, but if you're talking, I can't hear you. I'm gonna unmute. I see you're muted. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, bro.
Hey, there it is. What's up, man? How are you?
I like it. Spectating.
Yeah, we're watching 1960. I think people thought they were going to steamroll, but they're not. And not that they're not doing their thing, but 474 is pretty stalwart here.
No, that's what I think I love about the game so much is that even when you get the big Imperiums or huge alliances, you'll find these opponents or other Imperiums, like they surprise you with how good and active they might be. I mean, it's cool. It really is cool.
For those that don't know, we've been joined by War Daddy Chan. The one, the only broski.
Broski, are you enjoying the off season?
The ARC off season? Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh gosh. You know, it was interesting. Here's a good question for you that I think chat always likes to know about. Is it possible to be like a kingdom can be great at KvKs and great at OL with an alliance or two? Can you be top tier meta at both? And the reason I ask is because, you know, at the highest of the high end, which I think 254 where we're at on the KvK level, it doesn't get much better. Now you could split hairs with some of the other kingdoms that are at that level, but it's almost like you got to decide if you're going to be the best of the best. You got to decide one way or another. It's very hard to say, hey, we're going to be the best KvK fighting kingdom and we're going to have an OL team that is the best hands down. I mean, it's so hard to do that. And plus with, you know, how 1v and all that stuff, how they do it. Can you do both? Is it possible?
It's a fair ask. First, let me give a shout out to Machuzi. Welcome to the Elite Guard. Let's get those hype emojis in the chat for our new member. Let's go. I think it is possible, but it's tricky. So I've long said that if we combined all the best ARC players in 254, like we actually would have a shot at like a top spot. Certainly top 4 for Arc of Osiris League. But from a morale standpoint, I think it's better to have more functional ARC teams for a kingdom if you want to have multiple functional alliances. So there's always a push-pull between including everyone and making a top-tier ARC team. Because obviously the number of spaces are limited and the number of people who can play at that level is also limited.
And it's kind of a philosophy too, because I mean we're dropping crazy amounts of power to pull in an entire alliance into 254 for the specific purpose of improving our KvK capabilities, right?
Right.
And So that's our philosophy and focus. And you made the comment in the stream, like we have so many good players, like an SW's OL team that would typically be 90, 95 million power. And when you get to that level of OL where everybody is so good, yeah, you can heal. That's fine if you drop power to help the kingdom out on the KvK side of things. But when you get into OL and you're 78 million power, you got to heal. Well, people don't think about this. Healing in Arc,
it hurts.
Takes time.
It hurts.
It takes a lot of time, and if you have 10 or 12 of your 30 players having to do that, just think of how much time it takes. Everything in OL can be split second, right? And so it's just really hard. It's really hard to kind of do both, if you will. And then, like you said, keep the kingdom morale, keep multiple Arc and OL teams going and all that, because ultimately our philosophy is be the best fighting kingdom we can be in KvK. That's our goal.
Yeah, I think this last Imperium drop hurt our OL prospects pretty substantially. But I'm not entirely sure that that's the whole story, because, it's funny, like I'm now sort of lane leading for the outside Sky Altar, right? And so I actually don't get much visibility to what happens in the mid fights, because my responsibility is to look primarily other places. So it's funny, I have never felt so clueless as to what is actually happening in our Arc games, where we're winning or losing and why. Like, I can only just listen to what other people are saying about what's happening in the middle. Which is a frustrating consequence of being lane lead for the outside, where I'm fully occupied just making sure that we're not losing our building.
Right. And you have to be, right? And you have to have 4 lane leaders
that
are just, that's all they care about. And so, oh man.
So it'll be interesting to see how things shape up for our next season. Yeah, I really did think we would go much further this season in OL, actually.
Well, and one of the things that, hurts for me just personally, OL, Sunday 15 UTC is kind of I think our entire realm in this last weekend, the whole realm, every match was at 15 UTC. And that is great, obviously a great time for Asia and Europe. And really in the
good
States, in
US,
North America, yeah, it's good for US, except those of us with families that go to church.
Yeah. True.
So, it's so all the heathens do a wonderful job of making sure they're available. And so hey, you've got some great stuff on and this is what people have to understand, dude. You're editing and making content at 2 and 3 in the morning the minute the information comes out on formations, armaments, inscriptions, all the things. You know how hard that is? What people have to understand? It's just, I get it. People are like, hey, Chisgule, you got the luxury dream job. You get to play this game and it's a job. Listen, it's not, it's not the easiest thing to do. You posted that video. I was like, bro, that's 3 a.m. What are you doing?
I got a comment. Yeah, I appreciate your saying that. And God's Unwanted, thank you for the super chat. How do you gift subs? So if you are a member of the channel, you can gift memberships. I see you are a member of the channel. I don't think you can gift from a mobile device, which is really weird. I still haven't figured out why YouTube has not put gifted memberships on mobile yet. I had to do it from a PC. Word ID chat, are you doing this from your phone or from a PC?
PC.
Yeah. I haven't figured
it's you can. I think I've had the ability to maybe do it on the phone. I've done that before, I think.
Yeah.
It's all kind of weird. It all depends on the update of your YouTube app and all that stuff. So.
Huh.
Yeah, we love more members. Want more members. But getting back to the content.
Right.
Like, people have to understand that it takes a lot of work, and at the same time, you're giving us, because here, okay, I'm all in on the game. I know like this thing. I love it, love playing it, love the community, all that stuff. And there are so many players like me. And whether you're free to play or high spender or mid spender, whatever, like, we all get anxiety when it comes to a big change like this, right? Formations and armaments. We're working on our gear. We're getting down to the micro optimization of everything that we do. And then they throw this curveball at us, but having a resource like you that is going to kind of keep it cutting edge and dissect it and explain it and really kind of layman's terms, everything for everybody to understand. And I'm sure you're going to have a ton of content videos on what the formations do, how the armaments, do, and of course,
yes,
optimize everything as much as you can. But it is the whole thing. I'm literally getting anxiety, and I was like, well, I'm just going to let Chisgule figure it out.
I got you. Shelby, thank you for the super chat. Have to be on browser to give subs on Apple. That's been my experience as well. Yeah, Word ID Chat, I appreciate you saying that. I would love to have access to this stuff on a test server in advance. And the way I've seen this handled other places is you would give your content creators access on a test server. You have an embargo, which means you can't actually release the information until a certain time. And then I would be able to prepare like an extremely detailed, fully informed video explaining the update and the functionality rather than having to piece it together. And I think it actually, like, I feel like players would be put at ease if the announcement was in the form of, like, here's the video showing how it works. Or if they announced it and then a couple days later, like, here's the content creators, and they all release their videos of, like, here's how it works. Because I'm just guessing, right? And I'm, like, figuring it out as I go based off of videos and languages that I don't speak. Just like, okay.
using Google Lens.
God Heimdall, welcome to the Honor Guard. Let's go, man. Yeah, I also appreciate your saying, hey, thank you for doing that, Chisgule, because I got kind of a funny comment, and I was like debated, do I respond to this? How do I respond to this? And it was a weird one. They I mentioned a couple times in the video, I was like, hey, if you could do me a favor, throw a like on the video, because I was up till 2 a.m. filming it and 3 a.m. then editing it and publishing it, right? But they left this comment and they were like, why should we throw a like on the video? It's your job. Do your job. And I was like, this rubs me the wrong way. And I was like, why is that? Because, like, yes, this is what I do full time, right? But I don't know. I was always taught to, like, thank people who you're interacting with. Like, you just thank people, right? So, like, whether that's, like, I remember this vividly. Like, you always thank the bus driver as a kid at school when you're getting off the bus.
Yes.
Like, you just say thank you. Like, yeah, it's their job to drive you to school every day. You don't have to say thank you. You say thank you. That's what you do. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And I think what people have to understand in the logistics, in the schematics of YouTube is that when you support the content creators and you throw a like on any video, it helps you enhance your overall occupation, right? Your overall little company you created.
Right.
And with that being said, it helps you create more content. This is what people have to understand, and it's a business conversation. But just let me ask you something. If your subscriptions like doubled over the next week, the first thing you think about, and the first thing, maybe the content absorbers or the consumers, if you will, the first thing we think about is, oh, well, Chisgule just makes more money. That's not the case. In any business model, what you're going to do, and I know you're going to do this, you're going to go expense more things to make the channel better, right? You're going to go, a lot more expenses to do things to enhance the channel. And what's that called in business? That is reinvesting in your company. And so with that being said, if we're all part of this community that supports you, we're only going to get more, better refined content just overall, the more support we give, the better it makes you, and the better it makes you, the more information we get and the more content we get that we like. And so it's kind of a feeding monster, if you will. It feeds itself. And so that's what people have to understand about it.
That's actually true. That's 100% true. I literally just bought a capture card, actually, speaking of which. Right? And so, I do reinvest things back into the channel.
Yes, all the revenue streams to Chisgule do not go to Chisgule's mini college fund. Not all of it.
Not all of them. Some of them do. Some of them do.
Like any occupation, absolutely.
Yeah. I can talk a little bit about being a content creator because it's a weird one. But Vis, thank you for the super chat. I think the best way is to make an actual public test server that's available only during certain times so people can test new features. I mean, that'd certainly be cool. Oh, that building flag got burned. GG. Yeah, the classic incense emoji there with YSG. Being a content creator is super weird for a number of reasons. First of all, like any social media sort of job or career, like you actually have highly uncertain income. Right? Like it's super uncertain. Like, if this game died tomorrow, which I don't think it is, okay? Like, I gotta find another game to cover. Or I gotta get a job. You know what I mean? Like, it's a super entrepreneurial job. It's not a cruise control sort of a job. Yeah, don't worry about it. Call of Dragons is coming. True. I guess I could just cover that. But even Call of Dragons, dude, I have to look at everything entrepreneurially, right? So, I was really fortunate to get sponsored by Marvel Snap for covering their game, which was a lot of fun for me to sort of play that game. And I made an extra video about it on my second channel. It's called Chisgule Plays. You should go check it out. Because I didn't think it was appropriate to kind of flub my main channel with maybe some videos about Marvel Snap if I wanted to keep playing that game. And I got like 200 views on this video I made on my second channel. And it's like, with a brand like Marvel, let's just put things into perspective there. I mean, it's a massive brand, right? Right. So I was like, okay. So I could spend hours continuing to play this game, learning it, understanding it, and making meaningful videos that get 200 views a pop. Or I can just rewatch one of my old live streams, or not even rewatch one of my old live streams. Like, I remember so many funny moments. I could just cut out one of those moments, make it a YouTube short, and it's going to get 30,000 views. Like, what's the better use of my time?
100%.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it is. But everybody has that with their occupation. Like, at any given time, a company you work for can go under and you get fired, right? And you're going to be on the chopping block with everybody else. If you're in the entrepreneurial sense where you work small business and you do different things there, working for smaller companies, there's a risk there, obviously. Inflation happens, or depression, or you say recession, or anything like that. So there's always risk in any occupation you do. I just think it's interesting with your side of things because it's so visible, right, for everything. Not everybody has a job where we got 800 people watching you do your job.
It is pretty crazy. Do you know what's funny? I mean, I used to speak in front of large groups, and large groups would be like, hundreds. But now I am talking in front of far more people. At the push of a button, by the way, with literally nothing prepared sometimes. It's crazy.
A teaser on a live stream that you're doing some crafting, and all of a sudden 2,000 people show up.
I miss when 2,000 people would just show up to streams more frequently. But that's only in KvK, really, where that kind of happens.
All right. So enough about the occupation side of things. Speaking on the game specifically here,
I think it's
it is extremely interesting, and I try to give a little bit of context to it. I own companies, and I'm a small business entrepreneur type of guy. I was fortunate enough to to play professional sports and build up a little bit of a war chest. But at the same time, it's like everything else. And I just think that people have to understand the hard work that goes into it and understand that any job you do, I work in sports, right? And everybody's like, oh, that's a dream job, you know, radio host and media company and all this stuff. Yeah, no, it is, but it's a job.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is, but it is still work. Like, you still gotta like get good and be on, right? Like, it's not like you're, you know, in your pajamas from your, you know, bed talking about sports or whatever. Like, you still have to be knowledgeable, do the work. How many businesses do you own, by the way, out of curiosity?
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Oh my God.
So different facets of it. And, you know, a couple of them are smaller with just a handful of employees, and then one of them is rather large. So as far as the actual overall viewpoint, because a lot of people have the concerns when it comes to things Lilith does to change the game, right? And I had this conversation last night on Voice with some of the guys in the Alliance. You know, people, especially low spenders, free to play, hey, is this going to create more of a gap, yada, yada, yada. And I referenced back to the museum when it first came out. There was that anxiety that it was going to create even more divide between pay to win and free to play. And what we saw in the museum was that, yeah, I think there were some initial, with bundles and things, there were some initial things that players could do to go unlock museum relics for certain commanders quickly. But in the end, everybody had access to everything, right? And I think it helped some of the free-to-plays, you know, who were rolling some of these marches, they could kind of make more viable in the field. So do you think that that's what we're going to see with the formations? Because everybody will have access to the formations. I mean, it's not exclusive to anybody. And now the armaments and the inscriptions, that could kind of have a little bit of a gap. But at the same time, I think Lilith has kind of learned their lessons in some cases to really try to do it right, if you will. There's always detractors, but let's try to do it right.
Yeah, so I'll give another example of that. I think the new KvK season strategies could represent like a really good step in the right direction there that actually narrows the pay-to-win free-to-play gap, which is a big win. And why is that? Anything that adds fighting power equally to a free-to-play and a pay-to-win player is narrowing the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-win. And why does it narrow the gap? Because that means the incremental benefit of having your KvK crystal technology is actually less. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because if your grand total power level, okay, from crystal technology, let's say, is going from, you know, like a base level of, let's say, like 100 to, this is going to be an extreme example, but like 100 to 200. Okay, so if you have crystal tech, your power level is, you know, 200, and if you don't, your power level is 100. Then you give everybody more stuff, then the incremental gain you get is less. So, well, the incremental gain is technically the same. I'm not explaining this well. But like if you're going from like 1,000, if you're going from like 1,000 to 100, I'm really not explaining this well. 1,000 to 1,100 versus 100 to 200. There we go. I'm getting it right now. Like the gap is technically the same, but your total is so high it's not as noticeable. Yeah, percentages. Things. Chat's helping me, Hooksy. Thank you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Okay.
Yes. And I think
the worst explanation I've given of all time, but I think we got there.
And I think from speaking on behalf of somebody that has been a small portion in this game, there's a misconception that you know, people, high spenders, like don't respect and don't like or don't have any appreciation for the free-to-play community in the community in general. And that is 100% inaccurate and false. Free-to-plays and low spenders and the community in general is what makes this game amazing. And those of us who spend an obscene amount of money, we have the finances to go do that. It brings us joy. However, it's going to, you know, it's going to enhance the gameplay for us. That's fine. But we also understand it's not all about us. It's not all about the greed and the selfishness of us, because we know that the game thrives on the community. And so people have to get that out of their heads, like, oh, whales, you're evil. No, not at all. In fact, I'm way too generous. And guys like Leopard that you talked about, guys that, and I've seen many big time whales, you know, help other players out in their kingdom, put up little contests. I'll pay for your crystal tech if you run the most marauders, just little things like that. And people have to understand that we all want this to work and we all want this to grow. And so I think everybody has to understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. There are whales that are just all about themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of big spenders in the game are team players.
For every whale that's all about themselves, there's a free-to-play, or 10 of them, that are all about themselves and not really contributing. They just want gold chests and they want to just, you know, freeload. And so, it's the same thing. Same thing.
Those applications you got to join the kingdom, dude, let me tell you, you said this in stream, I think previously, or we just talked about it on voice, but you were like, how not to apply to an alliance. First question you ask, how many gold chests will I get per week? Right? Like, hello?
Oh, that's like
I'm 20 million power. I want 20 gold chests at least per week.
That's like going to a job interview and the first question you ask is, how much time do I get off?
Yeah. How much vacation time do I get? Good comparison, actually. That's true. Oh my god.
You know, I think it's the game is competitive and it's a lot of fun. But one thing that you've done, and one thing that I think I've learned, you know, when you look at these other kingdoms you're kind of rivals with, you know, 960 GT's one of them. You know, I've gotten a chance to jump into a couple of chats on Olympia. I need to add you to those, by the way, where you play with some of these 60 GT guys. And anybody that gets up to like Gold League or Diamond League and you kind of see the high end Olympia team, they're good dudes. They're nice guys and they're willing to help you and like teach you. and so the whole community, you're always going to have trolls and you're always going to have people, you know, rivaling one another and talking trash and everything. But I think overall, when you are in a situation to where you are, when you're in a situation to where you have an understanding of the community and understanding of respect, it makes it that much more fun, you know. And we want to, you know, in any kingdom, you want to go, you know, annihilate any other kingdom you go against, but at the same time, respecting them. It's what makes the community a lot of fun. And that's why watching 60 GT, I mean, these guys, you got to give them props. I mean, these guys are freaking crazy. They're nuts. Look at them.
They are pretty nuts, man. I've also been really impressed with 474's just stuffing troops into flags against the swarms. Just like really taking it and like and holding. I mean, dude, they're still very much in Kingsland, right? Like, this is not over. I don't know enough about this KvK to be like, yeah, 1960s just got it in the bag. I think people assume that by reputation. I think that's generally a fair assumption based on their reputation. But also, like, this is a good fight going on here.
Where's 74 from? I mean, wait, what kind of kingdom is this? I'm seeing some, are these Korean
So it's
names?
a Korean kingdom.
Yeah.
And we actually allied with them when we were first allied. Okay, this was when we were in 1075. And we allied with 254 against 846, 93, 556. Do you remember this massive Strife of the 8 KvK?
I did. And I remember you guys were getting it. You were trying to choose which way to go starting out of the gates. I remember that.
Yeah. And a big part of the reason we went the way we did is we thought that 474 was going to be able to put a lot of pressure on 846 and at least hold their zone. But then there was like a huge miscommunication about territory. A flag was deleted to make space for an ally, but then it was not filled back up, and basically the whole zone was leaked, and it was a disaster. Since that time, 474 has grown a ton. I mean, they flipped back into Imperium in a really big way. So, I mean, these guys, at the time when we were fighting against 846, even though they didn't have the bodies they needed to put up the fight, they tried as hard as they could. And they still have that same fighting spirit, but now they actually have the bodies. So it's really interesting to see this KvK unfold. Chat saying the 474 allies are doing a lot better than the 1960 allies. I mean, certainly I'm no stranger to needing your allies to also do their part. This is like always the push-pull. Chili, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it.
I think also, that's a little bit by design too. I mean, 60 GT, they're a fighting kingdom. They want a fair fight in KvK, so they're probably more apt, like we are, to take a harder fight or make sure that the alliance it's equal and fair. So inherently, 60 GTs in 1960 they're going to handle the brunt of the fighting, and then. The enemy, 74, they're going to have to rely on everybody pulling the same rope, and they're all their weight on trying to defeat this thing. But
yeah,
this flag's getting down. There ain't no way.
Yeah, I think this flag is going to build 28 seconds. Yeah, this dude King Puma, he was the king back when we were allied with them, and he played so much. I remember his wife took a picture of him sleeping at the keyboard. And then he sent it to us later. Like, he does not stop. 16 billion kill points is actually really crazy. The dude does not stop. Like, their king is committed.
He is his own mule.
He is committed. Takuria, thank you for this 2 months, by the way. Joan, third skill. 5% cav damage bonus means 5% all damage. Or 5% attack. I believe that is all damage.
All damage, yep.
But according to customer service, it's the second one. Interesting. That feels like a translation issue then. Because when you read it, I mean, increases damage for cavalry sounds a lot like increases all damage of cavalry. Like, why wouldn't they just say increases cavalry attack if they meant cavalry attack? My assumption is that it's all damage. Chisgule just like 74 because they're using a lot of Pakals. Let's go. I mean, I feel like you won't find criticisms from Word ID Chat or me about that. No, we're waiting for that. You're talking to two imp simps, man. Like, I don't... You think we're going to judge that?
Oh, man. Speaking of Honda, you can put them with Pakal. I mean, hell, you're not going to do much damage, but at the same time, it's funny because I remember when he first came out, everybody wanted him to be great because he had that supercharged skill damage, but it was going to take forever to load up his rage with the high cap there. But then finding out that you put him behind anybody, like, if your Boudica pops off at full health with the skill damage, I mean, it's massive damage. Well, when she's with Honda and she gets down to half, 50% HP, she is still hitting as hard, or not quite as hard, but she is hitting almost as hard on her skill damage as she would be if she's full. And that's the secret to Honda, is the tankiness you get for 57 seconds and then being able to enhance the skill damage the primary commander does when you're half health, right? And it was so sneaky good, and now everybody loves it. And anybody I've ever talked to that's invested in Honda never regrets it, because you can put him anywhere you want, and he does well.
He's very versatile. He's one of the most versatile commanders I think I've probably chosen. Now, granted, I don't know if just high power level is just better than versatility, but still, I mean, I've used him with every troop type, which has been really great. Unfortunate that he's not a good primary. That would have been cool, but it really didn't work out. Behemoth Power Sports, thank you for the super chat. Will Siege be used more with formations? Should we start training Siege or keep deleting them in lower power? I don't think we know just yet, but probably Siege are not going to suddenly become a thing. I don't think Siege will suddenly become a thing. Is Negan coming back to the game? I don't think so.
Ooh, that would be awesome. What Honda does allow you to do is if you're rolling 5, and you got gear for 5 and 6 and even 7 marches in game Season of Conquest, it allows you to move him around to, you know, like if you're running out of troops of a certain troop type, you can move Honda around a little bit. So literally what I did was I didn't have a 4th archer commander, but I had 2 archer sets of gear. And so I put him with Boudica, and it allowed me to run Nebu and YSG. And then when I ran out of archers, I put Boudica YSG together because I can only field 1 march. And then I moved Honda over to CPO because I think CPO Honda is better than CPO Alex. And you just have more speed and all that stuff. And then, you know, it's the same thing with Cavs. And so basically what we're saying is you don't replace the meta. You don't replace Joan with Honda to run, you know, XY Honda over XY Joan. However, he allows you to really move between CPO, Boudica, XY, and even Nevsky. You can put him behind anybody, and it just lets you be more versatile, especially in KvK when you're losing troops and you can't fill up marches and do different things. He gives you so much versatility. I mean, you can do anything.
And, you know, I will say, you don't get the same versatility from Trajan, especially if you use him as the primary. And I do want to talk about Trajan in just a little bit here, because I remember I thought, I was using Trajan Mulan. This was like 2 or 3 KvKs ago. I was out of infantry, and I was like, well, I mean, you know, that generally doesn't care about the troop type. So I started to, you know, change the ratio of mixed troops in there so I could keep fielding the full number of marches. And my trades got so bad so fast. Like when you have a commander and you're bringing the wrong troop type, it's bad. It's really bad. Good. If you're bringing commander and you're not bringing the same troop as the equipment is supporting, it is bad. Chat's saying for me to raise your voice. I could do that. You don't have to do a thing. I got you. I changed on my end.
I'd raise it in my office, but everybody's going to be like, who is he talking to?
No, I got you, dude. I got you. That is War Daddy chat and voice. So, on the topic of Trajan, though, new formation, man. Did you see it? 1.2 multiplier on percentage-based buffs.
All of a sudden, that might bring your Trajan Mulan into play. Or
it might.
A Trajan... Yes, it might.
So there's like a couple things going on here. Like, first of all, let's talk about how all this works together. So your formation is cool in and of itself. We'll just start there without getting into the armament implications and the inscription implications. So this formation makes it so that you get a 1.2x multiplier on percentage-based buffs that are hitting other marches of yours. So I don't think this works on debuffs. God, how cool would it be if it enhanced debuffs, though? It'd get kind of crazy. But I don't think it does. It only enhances buffs. So Mulan is a commander that's really interesting in this context. Because although they cap the amount of buff you can get at 5 extra percentage points. Everybody with me so far? It's a maximum of 5 extra percentage points. On Mulan, we're talking about 5% attack, 5% defense, 5% health, 5% march speed for 3 seconds on 5 marches. I mean, 15% of stats extra, and the march speed is pretty decent.
Yes.
That's actually a lot. Chat, we'll talk about gem gathering in just a minute here. We're going to circle back on that. I see a bunch of you mentioning it, and we will talk about it. By the way, I do need to thank Rise of Kingdoms for sponsoring today's live stream. So, is Trajan Mulan suddenly going to be a thing? Let's forget the armaments aspect of going for this combo. Like, assuming that you had the armaments and the inscriptions, do you think that Trajan Mulan is like back on the table?
I think that anytime they do a systematic change, or they're going to increase the boosts of certain commanders or all commanders, I think you're still in the same conversation of how relevant can a Trajan Mulan be if all the other marches are getting boosted as well within their particular field or whatever. However, it almost seems like they're putting a little bit extra on Trajan Mulan, and we'll find this out once we get all the information on the formations and armaments and all that stuff. But if you can see where they're giving a little bit extra for like a Trajan Mulan, then all of a sudden, yeah, you got to test that out. I mean, because you're at another, and when you say 20%, you're adding another 20% buff enhancement to what they're currently buffing. That's pretty strong, man. I mean, that's like, I mean, all of a sudden, if you're on the fence about Trajan, or you know, gosh, you're trying to figure out if you're going to run one more DPS march or Trajan, then that's the kind of thing that kind of tips the scale. And I know we're getting down into crazy micro optimization, but at the same time, you have to. I mean, if you're going to play competitively and you're going to do this game and do it at the nth degree, then you really got to test that out. I want to test it. Yeah. I mean, you trying to tell me that Mulan's going to give 30% march speed, all of a sudden that becomes what, 36% march speed, or 35% march 35, speed?
35, yeah, capped at 5% total boost.
Okay, well that's another 5% march speed. I mean, that's for all your marches, or the 5 it's going to buff. So that was always one of the hidden values of a Trajan Mulan, is that when that Mulan buff goes off and you're in a big murder ball fight, you're trying to get away. I mean, you scream out of there, and you can see it. I mean, if you play your murder ball enough and your marches enough, and you see that Mulan thing hits, and you try to scat out of there, then you can see, like, gosh. And every time that happens, I'm like, God, Mulan is so worth it. Oh my gosh, I would have got melted there. So you know, is it too much? Does it make it so much that it just overwhelms you with all the different things you got to think about in the game? But I think once you get to Season of Conquest, and once players have been trained in the game and they get to KvK 4 and beyond, they're already in the mode of micro-optimizing everything that they can. And so I think the game still has a good balance. For people that are new that come in, it's relatively simple. It's pretty easy to play and get into the game. And I just don't want to overload those types of players who are 2 million. They're trying to get to 10 and 15. They're growing an account. They're going to play this game for a long time. I don't want to overload them with too much stuff, right? Is that a fair way to say it?
I think that because armaments and formations only kick in during KvK Season 2, I think people will ramp up pretty well to that. Now, at some point, I got to look at updating my beginner guides, because we got to account for so many new things that they've added to the game. By the way, big shout out, Sam. Thank you for this super chat. Hey, Chisgule, just want to say thank you. I've been struggling a lot recently, so thanks for your streams and vids. Often makes my day a lot better. I appreciate hearing that, and I hope that things improve. Stick with it, man. Hang in there. So circling back to Trajan Mulan, I think it's possible if you had all the armaments to support, right? But the problem will be the armaments at that point. Because if you can pick, and we did see this, like a pick one style chest for getting more armaments, and you choose the formation that you're interested in, I think to some extent we are going to have to focus on specific formations. And when we have to focus on specific formations, like, while there might be something cool with Trajan Mulan, I don't know if we'll be able to really pull it off right away until we have the armaments to support it.
Yep.
Because it feels like a niche thing that we might try, but I don't know if it is good enough to justify going out of your way for it. Certainly, there just aren't that many marches that benefit from percentage-based buff enhancement. So, like, my priority is going to be the 5% skill damage formation, probably. Just, like, as an example. And Chad is pointing out, what about Constantine? I don't think Constantine makes a comeback because he doesn't take advantage of the new formation enough. If Constantine gave 25% of damage taken reduction, then I would say yes, he would be a consideration. But the problem is that to really kind of min-max, you need to be getting the full benefit of the formation, right? And that's 5%. And he only is getting a benefit of 2%. So that would be a 10% all damage taken reduction becomes a 12% all damage taken reduction. And so a big part of the problem with Constantine for that formation is that his active skill is actually all about his debuff more than it is the buff. The debuff is a 50% attack reduction for 5 seconds? It's actually a big debuff. Siphonic Bear. Hey, welcome to the Elite Guard. Yeah, let's get those hype emojis for a new member. Let's go.
Let's go. The, I think, oh gosh, that flag. That's taken down relatively easily. I think that brings into question, because you're bringing up Constantine. I know a lot of players obviously have brought up Alexander a ton in the chat. Saladin, Khan, you know, are we going to see the kind of the K2, K3 museum buffs for these commanders to really help? Because they kind of need it. I mean, they just kind of do. You know, Alexander is great and still great, and he's great to use even in in-game. But at the same time, if you know, I'm gonna bench Alexander for Honda, and so from that standpoint, it's like, okay, how can we make him a little bit better? And so when are we going to get those? I mean, when do you think, you know, we're going to be able to
who knows?
see?
I would love to see it, though, man. I would love to see the pre-season of Conquest commanders all have relics. Spot on. I don't think they're going to do it right away because we already have enough of a meta shakeup with the addition of armaments. So I think it's going to be a minute before we get something, frankly. Maybe Q1 of next year. Maybe.
Yeah.
If you think about it from the developer's standpoint, like, their objective is to shake up the meta frequently enough that we all stay engaged and are excited about what's happening. And I think that they almost, like, save that for a dull moment when they're like, we need to give something to shake up the meta. What can we do? Let's put a relic. Oh, there's Lohar. Let's put a relic on a KvK Season 2 commander. All right. You know, like, you save that one for a rainy day.
Yeah, but they you know, it's funny. Every time we leave KvK, they throw out the bundle for more of the, you know, more of the things that you need for the museums. And it's like, why do they keep doing this when all the players have
they would sell more bundles, wouldn't they? They would, man. Put some more relics out there. It's an interesting point. You don't think the museum will ever really shake up the meta? Just move them closer? That's true. That is true.
And that's the functionality. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, you already have, two main ones, and Alex and Saladin. They're already still relevant in the end game. And you go add a little bit extra to those guys, then they're not. I mean, listen, even with a crazy good buff, Saladin's not going to overtake Nevsky and Joan. But if you're able to give him a little bit of oomph, I think it helps. So there's probably some big algorithm they use. You know, if they increase the buff on a Saladin too much, does it detract players from investing in XY, or does it detract players from investing in other CAV commanders? You know. And people, what I think people have to understand is that as problematic sometimes, I think, as decisions are being made at the game development level that we see, it is a billion-dollar game.
This is a big game.
It's a big game, and so there's a lot of people that are involved in running it, and so they're probably pretty finite, just like you would be, Chisgule, if you were running Lilith. I mean, you're going to get pretty finite in all the decisions that are made and how those decisions affect other decisions and other aspects, and so it's. I don't think a dude just shows up at the Lilith office saying, "Yeah, let's just do this," even though sometimes with their decisions we think they do.
I think it will be really cool to see the bigger arc of what they have planned for the game. But we'll never know. It's very rare for a game to release their roadmap. But it'd be so cool to know, like, where are we going? What's our journey? And in fairness, they did tell us ranged combat was coming. But I think none of us had any clue how it would work. And it's funny to think back on some of the things that I was translating. Because I forget what it translated as. Like, weapons. Or I think something translated as, like, there's going to be ranged weapons. Or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's equipment. Like, it's not equipment. They're armaments. Which translates to, like, weapons. But armaments are totally different than equipment, right? So it would be interesting to actually, you know, instead of sleuthing it out to figure out kind of how it all unfolds, to have a clean look at things. By the way, Shelby, thank you for the super chat. We need a War Daddy chat emoji on the channel. I mean, Chadsky is a prolific gifter of members here. It would not be inappropriate for War Daddy Chad to have a little emoji. What would you want your emoji to be? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, just, I don't know, some dude with an earpiece that's trying to talk in a chat. Hey, Chiz? I don't know. Well, no, you don't need to put this on the stream. But I'm going to take care of one of these rogues, if you will.
I saw somebody getting rallied, and I was like, is somebody in our kingdom getting rallied right now? Hello? What? FC 1948. Thank you for the 4 months. What's up, Burn Ruz? Incense emoji. It's like the secret handshake. The Burn Ruz emoji. I think the Viking civilization is the best infantry civilization for rally and garrison.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching a Jan Garrison here, taking a Pakal Herald rally.
Ooh.
It's actually a disaster of a rally to set on a Jan Garrison. Jan Garrison just like 100% shuts down this rally. I would honestly rather see an Attila Nevsky than a Jan, than a Pakal Herald rally on this thing.
I want to see more of the Jan YSS reports, see how it does. It explain the difference between a Jan YSS and a Jadwiga YSS. Jan's got a little bit of those mechanics that kind of clear a bunch of stuff, and you know, a lot of people just don't understand yet.
So Jan clears buffs from the enemy, and Pakal Herald, specifically Herald, is all about buffing his attack at the cost of sacrificing his defense. So Jan clears the attack buff, which is really bad for that march. Like, the whole point is that Pakal and Herald are minimizing the downside of the defense reduction that you have from Herald, and Jan is just clearing all the upside from Herald. Yeah, Pakal in 2022, rip. I even have a rip emoji still. Someone suggested that your emoji should be a war helmet with a beer mug on it.
There you go. Hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah, is that what you want? A war helmet with a beer mug on it?
Oh, I'll let you be the purveyor.
All right.
That. Let's see. I'm setting up some marches here because I'm going to do something. I'm gonna do something tricky.
Uh-oh. They used Pakal because the Archer rally's easy to swarm. I think you got to use a Cav rally. In our testing, and maybe I'm wrong here, but like the XY Nevsky just absolutely decimated this. Now, I get that they can swarm an XY Nevskys, so this is where you look at like... I mean, I hate to say... Did you bring out maybe Birdie? Bert's a little tougher to swarm. Godfather of 2890. Thank you for the super chat. Please check out Kingdom 2890. What's going on in 2890? 2890 is a young kingdom, right? Do you think Pakal will be retired soon? I mean, in 254, we retired him like a KvK ago. I mentioned this in my Garrison video, but the problem with Pakal right now is that your best use for infantry is just garrisons. Someone saying it's a civil war? In 2890? As soon as this rally's done, we can go check out 2890. Just wait for that Pakal relic. Bro, I want a Pakal relic. Mr. Sheep, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate it, man. Have to get that crystal shield pretty soon. I need to go make an iconic shield. Man, I got so much to do. Oh, I have so much to do. Oh, here's the counter rally. You were about to migrate your restart to 2890. Pakal Relic does an extra 2,500 skill damage. That's kind of what we need. How's Marvel Snap going? I'm currently rank 93. And the maximum rank with tiered rewards anyways is 100. But you can keep going past rank 100. It's really easy to jam out games. It's like... It's just a very different experience. Like, I like that Rise of Kingdoms is relaxing for me. Like, I can play Rise of Kingdoms before bed, right? I can spend down my AP, you know, do some Golden Kingdom or, you know, whatever I need to do. And it's like relaxing. Okay, I feel productive. Like I got something done. I feel rewarded. Okay. Snap is a different experience. Like, you gotta have your A game, battling against other players. No civil, just war. Just want you to see the whales. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Godfather. I appreciate it. We'll definitely check that out. And glad to hear that there's not a civil war. KvK battling in Rise of Kingdoms is, of course, like, really exciting and high energy. And, like, not something I do before bed, except I'm on all the time, so that's not exactly true. We definitely need an AP bundle with the gold chest tier in it now. I mean, so 20 chances a day. Uh-oh. I needed to move the screen. The game thinks I'm not actually looking. Hello? No. We're watching that. There we go. I mean, we're talking about 400 AP a day for the maximum amount of state forum activity. I'm not too worried about it. If you want to fall asleep, play Golden Kingdom. Very relaxing. It's very relaxing.
I've got some things here at the shop I got to get to, but I appreciate you streaming today, giving us some content.
Right on, man.
It's great.
Thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate it.
Chisgule and friends.
Hey.
Have a great day, buddy.
Take care, man. Thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure. Welcome anytime to join in. Yo, chat, drop some hype emojis in the chat here for War Daddy Chad. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Floto Gaming, what's up, dude? How's it going? Y'all haven't seen Pluto Gaming puts in the grind, man. He's got a YouTube channel. They were our allies last KvK. And the dude actually literally put in the grind for top 20 honor. AoE barb farming. Man, I just don't have it in me anymore. I don't have it in me. I can't do it. Dude, this rally is really going a long time. That is the advantage of Pakal Herald, is like you set that rally and then the enemy has to deal with it. The thing is that it's like really easy to deal with because the damage per second is low. I haven't forgotten, we are going to go check out 2890. We're just watching this pass rally because, you know, the pass rallies are pretty important. This sort of signifies the re-entry into Kingsland for this alliance, which would be a big deal. You got tired of playing Whackabot in Red's chat? Bro. I mean, I think every streamer's dealing with it. There's just so many bots. Do I know when the update will go live? I don't. I mean, I expect maybe sometime tonight. But the thing is that obviously there were a few hiccups when the patch went in. There was like a verification login issue. So that might have held up their sort of time frame for actually releasing the new building to us and armaments. But there's a number of things you can see that signify, like, yeah, it's here. It is on its way, right? Like, we've got statecraft achievements here. Also, when I was looking in my inventory, I was like, why did they rearrange some of the inventory, man? Like, the titles look kind of funny. And it's like, oh, yeah, they spaced them out because they're going to add an armament section probably in the next 24 to 48 hours. When do I think More Than Gems is coming? I really hope that armaments come into the game before the next More Than Gems so that you can enjoy gemming your state forum with a More Than Gems. Will formations be available in all KvK modes? Yes. I believe so, although I don't know how this is going to work with the Heroic Anthem power-up version of KvK. Aren't there already formations in that version of KvK? Or are those stances? What is that called in the Heroic Anthem power-up KvK? Potato, what's up? You can already buy the Sage's Testimony in the VIP shop. I guess that's true. Like, without our knowing the actual number of required Sage's Testimonies, you could just start buying them. Yeah, the counter rally's here. Will Lilith stop making new commanders at some point? No. No, they will not. Commanders are standard fare in this game. No shot. More Than Gems is the 29th in this month. Oh my god, that timing would be so good. That timing would be so good. Are we sure, though? How do we know for sure? Because, like, you could save... Well... On my restart account, I would save the gems. On my main account, I'm probably spending the gems anyways. So not as big a deal. But for most people, that would be just like a huge win. That would be such a huge win. I told you this would be a cool rally to watch, right? Like, I thought this could go on for a while, and it is. Bro, we were trying to burn a fort while the maintenance was expected to go live. Now we're locked in the starter zone. Oof. Am I blind? I don't see anything new in the VIP shop. It's not in the VIP shop. It's in the regular shop. They're in the regular shop, right near the Books of the Covenant, I believe. Now, granted, I think the VIP shop could get an update. But historically, when that happens, it takes place at the reset of the VIP shop. They used to, when they did a patch and they were changing what was going in the VIP shop, they would refresh the VIP shop so it would instantly be there. But now the way that it works is they just leave whatever's in the VIP shop there until the next VIP reset. Or, yeah, the next VIP reset, which is like Sunday, right? Tomorrow's 412 versus 1307. Will I stream it? I don't plan to stream it. You should go watch Drago stream it, honestly. I'm pretty sure Drago will be streaming 412 versus 1307, and you should just watch Drago. Drago's the guy to watch. For those that don't know, Drago is unfortunately on his way out from Rise of Kingdoms. Uh-oh. Chat saying 1307 is going to get clapped. I think it'd be a cool show of support for Drago to drop in his stream if he's streaming that. Uh-oh. I didn't move the screen enough. Gotta jiggle the mouse more frequently, Chisgule. YSG 5111. I mean, that's not particularly good. You really want to have the expertise. Drago's made a bunch of content recently talking about kind of what he's doing. So I won't steal his thunder. You should definitely check out his live streams recently where he talked about it. I don't know who we're fighting next, KvK. I hope we take a pop really soon, though. Like, I'm eager to get back into the fight here with 254. Here comes another rally. This is a counter rally on the counter rally, chat. So we have a rally, a counter rally, Ethelfled Captain. Oh, switch back to Joan. Wow. Let's see if the garrison pops now, though. I mean, they probably took a beating with that Ethelfled Captain temporarily. You match Suleiman and working on Charlemagne. F's in the chat. Bunny is one of the only people I know that maxed Suleiman. Complete waste of sculptures. Like, actually a complete waste. Guan 5144 is very good, yeah. Okay, counter rally and the counter on the counter are now done. We're back to brass tacks here. What do you mean Suleiman rallies OP? Yeah, dude, those Suleiman YSS rallies were the jam. Only Bunny would do that? Well, at the time, he expertised it because, like, nobody knew. No one had tested it. So he was the guinea pig that actually maxed it, and it was bad. New infantry coming in December? I don't know if we're getting leadership or infantry. It could happen. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, do me a huge favor, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for your support. Suleiman's OP in the field, for real, for real. Suleiman YSS, best rally to feed your enemy. Best siege rally, Boggers. We got a siege rally going. Ulgi Prime coming next. You think so? You think we're getting an Ulgi Prime? Sun Tzu Prime. Giggity, says Guanlio. Skippy Alex, XY Honda. Nevsky William. Boudica Esong. It's a damn good set of open field marches. I don't see anything wrong with any of that. Who would I say is your weakest link in all that, though? You don't have a weak link. There's no weak link. At that point, there's only choices. There's no weak links there. Lohar Prime will rule the world. Dude, how cool would it be? All right, hold on. I'm going to make a poll. Okay? Lohar Prime. Rally meta. Okay? Lohar Prime. Let's just call it Lohar Prime open field meta, okay? We'll just make it an open field meta. All right. What's your vote? Lohar Prime open field meta. Hell yes or WTF no? By the way, big shout out Word Addy Chad. Thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you, man. Let's freaking go. Captain Irish, well, I'm officially engaged. Congratulations. Option 3, I want some of what Lilith is smoking. Dude. Lohar Prime open field meta is actually the comic relief that this game needs. Yeah, dude. Lohar Prime open field meta is literally the comic relief that this game needs. I was thinking like Lohar rally meta or garrison meta, but that's just like that's not fair. That's really not what he's for. Open field meta. Because you want everybody to have Lohar. You want everybody to need to be talking about how they're expertising Lohar. Like, that's the joke. That's the whole joke. That's it. Steven, thank you for the 15 months. I'm here. I'm all here for Lohar Prime. Dude, Lohar Prime is how they save the game. Literally, truly the Roaring Barbarian. Exactly. Lohar Prime open field meta will save Rise of Kingdoms. Save Rise of Kingdoms from what? Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't matter. It's funny. WTF is this guy talking about? We're talking about Lohar Prime open field meta being possibly the greatest thing. It would be like Jar Jar Binks being added to the game, but actually if it was funny and entertaining. It's the Jar Jar Binks of Rise of Kingdoms, 100%. But, like, not in a bad way. Markswoman Prime? Does he still get the support tree? Fair ask. Apex, thank you for joining the Honor Guard. Let's go. Welcome to the Honor Guard. Holy moly. Godfather from 2890. Welcome to the Legendary Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Godfather. 2890. I have not forgotten. We are going to go check out 2890. Be sure, however, Godfather, to go into your Discord, okay? Go into the settings, connections. Make sure that your YouTube account is linked. If it is, you'll automatically be put into my Legendary Guard chat, okay? And from there, I can get a picture that you can hang up on the wall of my war room, all right? For those that haven't seen, if you're newer here, you get a picture that goes up on here when you're in the Legendary Guard. Let's freaking go. Thank you very much for your generosity and patience, Godfather. I appreciate you. I said, like, oh, let's just see when this rally ends. And I thought, like, how much longer could this rally go for? The thing about pass rallies and the thing about Pakal Herald rallies is that we're going to be here a while. I think we might be here a while, chat. Oh, man. Scar says, when will they release the formation system? I think it's probably over the next 24 to 48 hours that the new formation system will be available. That's my suspicion. You'd like another gathering, Commander? Oh, God. Why don't we quick check? Well, I want to do some justice when we get a look over there, you know? I want to get a look around at some of the higher power players that we can find. Can't they double rally? Yeah, I don't think they can, well, they could set up a double. They could set up a double here if they built a flag. I think that would put a lot of pressure. But the thing is, sometimes you just don't have the bodies for a double rally. Do you know what I mean? New formation in Osiris League? Yeah, dude. Whew. Didn't they say October 26th? They did, but then they sent an updated patch note that was the 24th. You remember this? I think I favorited it. Look, the first one said it's the 26th, but then the second one was like, just kidding, it's the 24th. But then it isn't actually available in game yet, so I don't know. I have not spun either of the wheels yet, so we still need to spin 120 times. So chat, we still have stuff to do here. I'm really close to expertising my Joan Prime, by the way. Jaden says classic Lilith. Honestly, in some ways, it was uncharacteristic. Like, it's unusual that they send an update early. Like, that's actually really unusual, I feel, for a developer to pull forward a launch date of an update. Oh, big open field incoming. Here we go. Here we go. This could be the end of this rally. Here it is. ELS swarming into the field. My understanding is that Legend Ronnie quit and sold. What are the achievement rewards from? So if you look now in-game at your achievements, what you'll find is that every single achievement gives some number of speed-ups now, which I think is kind of cool. So all my old achievements that I got ages ago reward me now a ton of speed-ups from when I got them. So pretty much everybody that logged into the game got a gift of some speed ups, depending on your achievements. Boudica and Henry are still not in the achievements. Yeah, I don't think they added new achievements. I think they just added speed up rewards to existing achievements. This rally's about to pop. Look, look, look. Rally's about to pop. I think it's about to pop. I can't even see it anymore. But I see the counter rally's still here, so... Oh, there it is. It's over. GG. Woo! No, I don't think they canceled. I don't think they canceled. I think that's a big sad face is what that is. That's a big sad facing. That is a GG. Yeah, big GGs. All right, thank you for your patience in 2890. Let's go, baby. Let's check this out. First, I mean, I got a bookmark for this KvK, so we're good. All right, we go check it out. Ooh, it's a Rising Star Kingdom. Okay. The Kingdom of Westum. Here we go. What do we got here, chat? And then maybe we'll do some Wheel of Fortune and go back to spectating the KvK. Oh, looks like they're about to do... dude, all these new players looking to get their experience on the Guardians here. Oh, there it is. Look at all those Lohars. On the topic of Lohar Prime. Oh my god. All right. Alliance members. House Targaryen. Ooh. All right, all right. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. 146 million power before KvK 1. Hello? $146 million power, KvK 1. Sheesh. Nearly 2 million dead troops already. Okay. I told you we had some looking to do here. Now if we really want to do some inspecting, chat, if we really want to snoop around, we look over here. Oh, they have the commander details hidden. All right, but these are reasonable commanders on the commander tab here. That's all super reasonable. Okay. What else we got? Let me know if I missed somebody. 141 million power, though. I mean, the dude has an extra 0 on his account power. Did he have 7 billion resource assistance? Jesus. Okay, let's go. The Lannisters. Okay, I see what they're doing here. This is kind of cool. We got the Game of Thrones theme going on here. Oh, hey, it's Godfather. All right, there we go. Yeah, I mean, 90 million power. KvK 1, that's a lot of power. $29 kills. That's a nice Champions of Olympia. 29-0-4 is a lot. That's, chat, that's a lot. 306,000 dead. I mean, it's too early for dead counts, though, but 10.7 billion resource assistance? Hello? 10 billion resource assistance? Almost 11 billion resource assistance? Dude, look at this. He's gathered 5 million resources and assisted 11 billion. Sheesh. Okay. Okay. A couple 60 mil whales here. I mean, that's pretty big too for this level of progression. Here's another one. Heidi. 60 mil. 45 mil. Easy KvK1 win. If we get to 500 likes, can we crab rave? Sure. If we hit a 500 like mark, we'll crab rave. Dang. All right. Let's look at the other alliance. House of Titans. Titans is not from the Game of Thrones theme, is it? Oh, I missed a 50 mil player. GG. Thalassa. Dude, the thing about being a KvK1 kingdom is, like, you're still building territory, honestly. Yeah, the new House of Dragons episode, no spoilers, but I did see it. It's very good. No spoilers. It's very good. $90 mil has 100 million kill points. House of Dragons better than Game of Thrones Season 1? I mean, I think we're all so much more invested in the story at this point, you know? No, there wasn't a civil war. Godfather dropped in from the Lannisters. The House of Lannisters dropped a generous set of super chats and joined the Legendary Guard and was like, hey, check out my kingdom, man. Thank you again, Godfather, for the super chats and joining the Legendary Guard. I appreciate you. Look forward to chatting with you, man, in the Legendary Guard chat and Discord. It's going to be a good time. We rip out these gatherers real quick and then spin the wheel. Get these out here. Easy. All right. Wheel time, chat. How is 25 million power for Season of Conquest? 25 million power in KvK1 will be really good. 25 million power in Season of Conquest. You're going to want to keep powering up before you commit too heavy to your KvK. 2890 migration fills up in 20 seconds now when KvK is over. Probably true. Currently, my Joan is like 5535 on this account. Does Saladin do well with Khan in KvK2? Yeah, in KvK2, that's a good combo. Yeah. We'll get a look at the rankings after we spin the wheel, then we'll go to my restart. Will you need to be City Hall level 25 for formations? I actually don't know. I don't think so. I think it was like City Hall 16. Does that sound right, chat? Didn't they say like City Hall 16? YSG and Emotep are okay, but not amazing pairing. You really want a commander that benefits from Esong's elevated skill damage. Five, 5-2 Skippy with a 5-5-1-1 Mulan. I think that's better than people will give it credit for. Skippy actually doesn't do anything major with skill damage boosts. So it works. I don't know that it's the best pairing, but it works. I would say higher priority pairings would be Skippy with like Mehmed or Honda or Alex But if those commanders were all other places and you're like, I have what I have, and you want to throw Mulan in there, it wouldn't be the worst. I think the problem, by the way, that's a big rep on that spin. The problem that you'll have with a 5-5-1-1 Mulan is you really want that expertise Mulan. The expertise gives you a full second on the buff duration. Like, she's a one-trick pony. It's all about the buff, and it's only 2 seconds of buff until she's expertise. I don't know if we're getting ranged commanders. I have a suspicion we will get commanders that benefit from being in ranged form, though. But it's really unclear to me what that future looks like. I thought it was really clear that we were getting ranged commanders and ranged equipment. I actually feel much better with the idea that we aren't. Ooh, this is a good spin. I think I prefer the way that they're implementing it now. You got 3 8 spots on the wheel today, Shelby? Sheesh. 40 million power, level 22 castle, VIP 13, 250k points away from VIP 14. You have 50,000 gems. Yo, I would say pump the brakes, Joshua. You gotta hold off until we see how important it is for you to put gems into the state forum. So your next more than gems, you probably are committing those gems, but we don't know yet if that's in the state forum or it's gonna be your castle or some combination of these things. It's I mean, as cool as the VIP would be, I think state forum is gonna be an immediate need. More than gems is this Saturday. That timing is so good. Maybe leadership will now be range specialized, and that's why they skipped it, and then they release it. That honestly could be the case. That could be the case. All right, 20 more spins, then we check out how this kingdom has evolved. I think you'll be surprised at the power levels of the alliances. 8 spot! Let's go. Let's go. You crit Hope Cloak? Congratulations. What a win, man. Crit Hope Cloak is a huge win. Love to see those 8 spots, man. We don't know when... Oh, woo! Let's go! Another 8 spot. Back to back, baby. Woo! Okay! Hey, that's kind of hype. Okay, 3 in a row. Could we get 3 8 spots in a row? Need a song with a little more hype. This song's too chill. Too chill. Too ominous. Too chill. Too quiet. We got there. Volume goes up a notch. 3 8 spots in a row. Come on. All you get is wood. JJ. Come on. We need that 8 spot. Come on. Last chance. All right, didn't happen. Ankit, welcome to the Elite Guard. I should say welcome back. Let's get those hype emojis for Ankit. Welcome back, dude. Look at that gold shield. Sheesh. Welcome back. Should I max spin E-Song? Oh, you just max spun it. You got 33. If you think 33 is bad, let me tell you, I had days where I got like 22 to 24. Bro, it could be bad. See what I mean? It could be bad. All right. Where are my skills at now? No skill upgrades? All right, that's fine. I'll spin over the next couple days. We'll get this thing to a 5-5-4-5 in this wheel cycle, I think. And then hopefully we get another Joan wheel. And then I'll max her. Go for that value play, baby. Right now, I'm kind of holding off on bundles. I'm waiting for bundles to be related to armaments and inscriptions, honestly. For like the first time in I don't know how long, I did not buy the Call of the Ancients. I believe that my spend this month, I mean, I can just tell you, hold on. This month, my spend has been a lot less. Last month, I went kind of over budget. Last month, I spent $3,500 on Rise of Kingdoms. This month, I'm doing really good. So far, only $824 on Rise of Kingdoms. For those of you that remember, I do like a very loose budgeting for how much I'm going to spend in the game. And I try to spend, I mean, realistically, like $2,500 a month in the game, which is a lot of money. So this is a great time for me to remind you about financial priorities, okay? As I pull up the Alliance powers here so you have something to look about or look at.
Spend all your money on ROK.
There it is.
All of it.
The wisdom
All
of Teddy. This stream actually sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms. Hi, Teddy. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, man? Take out a loan. Put a second workers in your house. Whale up on ROK. You won't regret it. Buy not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. 100% an ROK spending advisor.
No. Revex, thank you for the super chat. 27 spins, 7 hands. Ragnar, happy Diwali. Hey, cheers. Cheers to you in India. Thank you for the super chat. How are you, Teddy? What the heck, bro? Good to see you.
Dude, I'm vibing, man. I just finished out processing from my base. I'm free.
Congratulations.
Almost. Thank you. I'm so close. I can almost taste my DD214, which I will make a blanket out of and sleep with it every night to protect me.
There you go. You got big stuff planned, or are you going to chill for a little bit?
I'm chilling for like a week, and then I leave to go back home. And then my fiance is flying down like 4 days later. And we're going to hang out for 2 weeks and go to Disney World. It's going to be a fun time.
Sounds good.
Yep, just got out of the military. I'm going to Disney World.
Out of the military and going to Disney. Oh my God. That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, dude.
Speaking of hype, you hyped about the alliances we got cooking up here in 254 now?
Dude, we're looking hot.
I mean,
like, my God.
We're looking like we're gonna get hot. All right, like, our power is still kind of low.
We're already looking hot, man. Like, people haven't even like retrained yet, and we're looking pretty hot.
You're gonna be like 17, maybe 18 billion in the next KvK.
Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting. Like, I actually can't wait. I'm not actually whaling up until like we get into KvK, so I'm gonna sit at like a low power and just keep having to heal every OL. Because I'm, top fucking heals in OL.
That's rough,
right
bro.
now, unfortunately.
That's rough, bro. You and Sheep,
rough.
Top heals.
Yeah, dude. Me and Sheep were top. I gotta keep it for Sheep now, dude.
So if we look at the Alliance kills, 816 and 674, 391, 304, 161. Even this Farm Alliance has 101. Like, what the hell?
We're monsters, dude.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, 3Live has a couple mains in it now that like we couldn't find homes for.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
That's not all farms anymore. It's like we're kind of using it as like a pseudo second academy.
All right, that's cool. Claw, welcome to stream, dude.
What's up, Claw? What's up, Sheep? Yeah, see, Teddy, best rally captain. You're goddamn right I am. I give Chisgule content at my weird rallies.
Yeah, that Skippy CJ rally or whatever that was.
Dude, that shit was hot, man. That was so much attack. That was like 340% infantry attack.
Oh my God. Hot garbage anyways.
Dude, I've never seen such high red numbers from an infantry rally. It made my PP hard.
You talking about how much damage the rally was taking or the damage the rally was doing?
No, it was doing. It traded positive. What do you mean?
Chat says Teddy positive rallies always.
Yeah, see, chat likes me. Chat knows what's up. Thank you, chat.
Q7 for life. Yeah. Dude, I like how Liv is just Q7 forever now. Like, that just...
Yeah. I mean, somebody took the name. Somebody took Liv.
I know. I can't believe you guys...
We're talking...
Whoever changed that really needed to hold Liv. Like, if any kingdom is getting trolled, it's us. So, like, if you really wanted that name, you needed to hold it.
Yeah. So, like... I don't know though. They were talking about changing their name from Live anyways to something else. They just didn't know what they wanted to change it to. So like them changing it, like it just becoming Q Savant and it just being a meme is like the best thing that could have happened.
Godfather, again, welcome to the Legendary Guard. So there is an automatic service. I actually can't control it. This is provided by Discord. That will throw you into my Legendary Guard chat. But in order for that to happen, you have to go to your settings in Discord. You need to go to the connections area. And you need to add in a YouTube connection. And it'll ask you to like sign in with your YouTube account. But once that happens, within 24 hours, you'll automatically get added into my Legendary Guard chat. That's where you can share your picture. It'll show up. Once I get it, I'll put it on the wall. We'll mount it on the wall over here. And in a worst case, just get in touch with me on Discord. In a PM, send me a friend request. But you're going to want to be in the group chat anyways. Let me show you if I get behind the table here. Yeah, it'll show. We'll get your picture up on the wall over there.
Chis, is the state forum in the game?
Not yet, but the
Just
currency
the
that you need to upgrade it is.
Because I see the quest on the left side, so I just want to make sure I wasn't missing it.
No, it's not in the game, but
Okay.
you can go in to the regular shop, and if you go to the the other section, the Sage's Testimonies here. They're 10 gems a pop. I don't know how many of these you're going to need, but apparently more than gems is this weekend. So for those of you that don't spend gems all the time, you might want to hold out till this weekend to do some amount of upgrading for your state forum. No recharge rewards this month.
No,
Dude,
we're gonna get them. It's the Halloween event.
Where are all the Halloween events? Like, we're gonna get all the Halloween events after Halloween has ended.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened last year, too. It started, like, the day before Halloween was the Halloween events. I thought it was super weird.
Yeah, normally they start, like, a week ago. Or this week. Teddy changed since he said he'd quit Rock and didn't. Man recommends games to me instead of playing them with me now. It's King Claw.
Claw, dude, you're never on when I'm on. We only got to play games when I was on mids.
Still waiting for Call of Dragons. King Claw, you gonna play Call of Dragons? Are we doing that? I'm playing Call of Dragons.
He's already wailing up on that stupid Marvel Snap game. I don't know why he's over here talking crap.
Dude, you actually can't really whale up in Marvel Snap, though. It's...
Well, he bought the Battle Pass.
Oh, yeah, okay, $10. Whatever, I bought the Battle Pass, too. I was fully free to play, and then I bought the Battle Pass. But, like, all the things you buy are cosmetic upgrades.
He's buying them all.
He's buying
all the
them
cosmetics.
All the cosmetics.
No, I was not Sekfo. Dear God, Tito. What do I sound that retarded?
Uh-oh.
Shout out to all of our Sekfo guys in the chat if there's any.
Uh-oh. I don't even know what that is. This must be military lingo.
It's security forces. It's like I'm maintenance. So security forces and maintenance, we give each other a lot of shit, like all the time.
Got it. Little rivalry.
Yeah, it's a competition to see who's the dumbest. And they win.
I want to give Call of Dragons a second chance. You're worried about that game? What are you worried about? I'm kind of curious. I think a part of the reason I haven't really covered it on the channel since I initially did is that they're still working out a lot of how things work. You got some red flags from your first couple weeks. Yeah, I mean, I think they're still working out how seasons are going to work. They're still working out... I feel like the commander drops, the... they're not equipment. The artifact drops. Like, there's a lot going on. And there is a new cap on gem farming. Did you hear about this, Teddy?
Yeah, I was looking at that. That was gonna, Like, I get that sucks for the free-to-play, but that's also hilarious because that's what all the rogues in our kingdom do is just farm gems for their bubbles.
Really?
So I think it's really funny. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do it all the
So
time.
this is low-key. We're taking out the rogues now by cutting off their gem farming?
Yep. I mean, I've gone around for a day once with, like, Belly just hitting all their gem farmers. How is the gem farming a bug? It's like...
Wait, where did
it looks intentional.
No, it's very intentional. I don't think it's a bug. We'll look at it in just a second.
Discord, they're saying
Gem farming cap wrong info, customer service said. It feels weird to me that they would... Like, I don't know. I feel like the optics of... They said it's a visual bug only in the official Discord. Okay, it's just a visual bug. Everyone can relax. I feel like the optics of nerfing gem farming when adding armaments to the game would just be really bad.
Yeah. That's,
so I feel like the timing of that would just be really, really, really not how you'd want it. Even if you wanted to nerf gem farming, and I'm not saying they should, putting those in the same patch is like popularity suicide. So
with it being there, that shows that they were planning on nerfing gem farming at some point, and they just accidentally put it into the game on this patch.
Let's see, where does it say?
At least put the text into the game. You have to actually have a march in there, I believe, to see it.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think it's... You have a march in there.
Huh. You have to have a march in there. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, man. I don't gem farm. It's always been too much effort. But, I mean, how many times has my gem farming video been viewed? It's a big number. Like, there's a lot of people that do gem farm. It's a lot of work. See point number 6? Someone says don't invoke it. I don't think there was a point number 6. I just looked at a gem node. No point 6.
Yeah, see Stephen Maluls? I don't know.
They removed it, chat.
He's got the right idea. Oh, they already removed it then? Okay.
Yeah.
He's got the right idea. We need a gem pit.
Yeah. Oh, a gem pit? That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's the best idea I've ever heard. A gem pit? Bro.
Put 50,000 gems in there and just let everyone have at it.
Dude, even if it like... Even if you had to like... I don't know. Like you had to use gems to build it. But it's still net positive gems or something cool. I bet there's a way to make a gem pit cool.
Oh, yeah.
And not completely OP.
Yeah, they'll never do it, but there's definitely a way.
There's probably a way to do that. That'd be cool. We have to think about that. Are you going to join the TR team for OL or just chill? I think...
He can't. Otherwise, we'd take him.
Yeah, you'd snap include me in the team for your next game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'd grab you, dude, if we could.
That's cool.
We'd grab you. We'd grab Sean. I think of a couple people we'd grab right off the bat. Not Ruz. Definitely not Ruz.
So, is it
unfortunately,
true
we can't change it.
Wild Lion and Mr. Hope are a father-son combo? Is that true?
Who is that?
I heard that. The new players in TR at 600 million power.
We have new players in TR at 600 million power?
Did you not notice this?
No, I didn't.
Why do you think you guys are almost 15 billion power as an alliance? You got 1.2 billion power in 2 players.
I was wondering where all these gold chests are coming from. I keep like every day I log in, there's like 4 orange crystal chests. No, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I've only been logging into the game for like events, and then the rest of the time I've been in Discord talking about OL strats. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, so my understanding is there may be a father-son combo. 600 million power each. Really young accounts. Like, look at that Gov ID. It's really young accounts. Is that a 10 billion Gov ID? There's too many numbers. Oh my god. No, 101 million. Gov ID.
Where's your city, Chis?
Where's my city?
Yeah.
I'm in zone 2.
I'm losing my voice. Give me your coordinates. Oh, I guess I can just go to power rankings.
It's 569, 404.
6'9". Somebody in chat said they wanted to see my gear, so I'm just sending you a picture of it, of what I have on my Guan right now.
Oh, that's cool.
I have a bunch of different stuff to whoever asked, but that's just one of the sets that I use. Alternatively, I also have Crit Iconic Hope Cloak and Crit Iconic Shios that I'll swap out sometimes depending on what I need to do, but that's the one of the sets that I prefer to use, like open field wise, because of the movement speed.
Oh, interesting. You're using Eternal Knight and then the infantry set chest. So you get the 4-piece bonus. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I have the pants too, Iconic Crit. That's just what I have. Like on my Scipio, I have like Hope's Cloak and then I have the Eternal Empire pants. So it's just like I have 2 full Crit Iconic sets of infantry gear. It just depends on what I'm swapping around, like back and forth.
You did 2 iconic sets of infantry gear? Sheesh.
Yeah, dude, I'm an imp.
You're
simp.
all
Come
in.
on now.
You're bigger imp simp than I am.
I mean, I only run 2 imp marches now, so. How will I change the set once I get Crit Hammer? I've actually never crafted the hammer, and I don't know if I ever will. It's too many mats. I don't think it's worth it unless you get the crit. Like Chisgule got the crit, so he's got like the best imp set in the game. But like, I don't really spend that much money on the game. I mean, I do, but I'm not like a super spender. So like, I don't want to put all that money up for mats to potentially have to craft a hammer and then refine it 4 times. That sounds terrible to me.
Shumi just sent me a picture. Thank you, by the way, for sending me this picture of the text that said your gem gathering speed will gradually decrease according to the number of gems you've gathered this week. And said the customer support said, please rest assured there is no limit on gem collection speed. This text will be deleted. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it seems
but
like I mean,
to your
the fact
point,
that text was there in the first place.
That text had to get there somehow.
Yeah. Unless one of the devs is trolling, but I mean, even then, that's,
dude,
it's
what a
weird.
troll that would be. Oh my god. That's not even funny. Dollar, thank you for the super chat. Infantry sucks.
Dollar, I 100% agree with you. Infantry does suck. I am filled with nothing but regret. But I'm in too deep now, so I can't.
You're
I can't
all
stop.
in. There's no going back.
I'm all in. I mean, right now I'm running like. Right now I run like 2 inf marches, 2 archer marches, and then like a leadership march. Kind of. I'm trying to get it so I have a cav march because for the longest time I've stood by that cav are stinky, but now it's getting to the point where I actually need a cav march. So
yeah. Now, what do you think? You're a Trajan, right? You a Trajan guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Trajan guy. Trajan infantry, I assume?
Depends on what I'm doing. I might like, I don't know, like, oh well, I do like in arcs, I do 8th Trajan and I do full cav. Like most of the top teams, they all do 8th Trajan full cav. But yeah, normally when I'm in KvK, I'll do infantry.
So, what do you think of the new formation? You've seen the formations, right? The 7 formations and what they do?
No, I don't know what they do.
You don't know what? Okay. There is a formation that makes it so that percentage-based buffs are amplified by 20%.
That's hot.
So that means your Trajan skill damage boost and Mulan stat and march speed boosts get a 20% buff. Now it is capped, however, at a maximum of 5%. So for Trajan, I think he's like 30% skill damage boost, if I remember correctly. So it'd be 35%.
Right.
For Mulan, it would go from 30% of each stat to 35% of each stat, and a boost of, I guess, what is she, 30% march speed? So it would be 35%.
Does that affect debuffs too, or just buffs?
Only buffs, I believe.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting because it's like, does this give new life, maybe, to like a Trajan Mulan? I don't know. But that does
Maybe, I
feel
don't know.
really good. Other formations,
remember-
by the way, give like 5% normal attack damage or 5% skill damage, just to have a comparison point.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know what that's definitely gonna change like the compositions that people are using. Does I've never actually used Trajan Mulan. Like I tried it one time. Like I have a max Mulan. I maxed it back when I was in BIA and we were in that like older OL realm and we needed it for the match. So I maxed Mulan, but like I haven't really used her since then except for like Sunset. But I mean, I don't know. I still don't know if it's worth running a Trajan Mulan open field because even if you're running that formation, people are just going to kill it so quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be #1 target priority.
I moved away from Trajan Mulan, personally. But I did really like Trajan Skippy. I don't know where you're at with that. But it's actually pretty good.
I actually did Pakal Trajan last KvK.
Pakal Primary?
Oh, yeah. Nobody hit him. He was the last one every time. Like my last March, nobody hit it. So all my guys were just getting buffed the whole time. I mean, the trades weren't great on him, but the trades on all my other guys were great. Like, because he just kept, like, I just put a horn. I put about my, I put my crit infantry horde on him, so he'd actually get some rage regen going. And, like, yeah, dude, it was great.
Full infantry?
Yeah, it was full infantry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you don't want to do mix, because if you do mix, people are going to catch on too quick. Like, they're going to see it, and they're going to be like, oh, like, that's... He's doing something fishy there. But even with full imp Pakal, like they're not, nobody's gonna hit it.
I played around with Skippy primary, Trajan secondary, and I did full infantry, and it was okay.
Skippy's so good. I feel like you're wasting him if you're putting him with Trajan.
I think you would be surprised. Because
Really?
So Trajan gives you more troop capacity, which means your AoE damage is bigger. Your shielding factor is bigger. Your damage over time is bigger.
You can make the same argument with Honda.
That's why I'm saying it's good.
Honda.
People say Skippy Honda's good. Why not Skippy Trajan?
Because Honda's got a fat damage factor behind him. Trajan doesn't.
Honda doesn't have a lot of damage factor, but he does elevate your skill damage as you're taking more damage. So it's like a trade-off. Like the Trajan Skippy gets really tanky, whereas the, I guess, Skippy Honda amplifies its damage as the fight goes on.
Right. Plus, if you're running Skippy Trajan, like Skippy for me personally is up there on top priority marches to kill. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm gonna kill somebody's Scipio pretty quick.
I think the Trajan primary is the better way to run that. Then you can use the mixed troops and also get the all damage taken debuff going.
Yeah.
But you know, I just kind of messed around. Because we did a lot of field fighting. And like, I was like, I'll just run it out there, see what happens.
That's fair. Yeah, I did try a bunch of weird stuff. I mean, like a couple KvKs ago, I ran out there with Pakal Scipio before Scipio Prime was out. This was Epic Scipio. I ran out there when we were fighting 365. We jumped out of my city because I had no troops left with a Pakal Scipio Epic, full mixed, and like somebody swarmed me and I traded positive.
Oh God.
So, you know, there's weird combos out there that just work for some reason. Like obviously you would never want to bring that in a murder ball. That was for cheeseburgering only. But there is just weird stuff out there that just works for some reason. Ooh, nice.
Yeah. We did a rally. Bunny did this in that 365 KvK with Attila and Epic Skippy. And somebody swarmed
I was the one that told him. I was the one that told him to do that. Yeah, I was telling him to do that. Yeah,
God,
that was hilarious. Like that it's just so like
dastardly.
Epic Scipio is just such a funny commander. Like KvK 1, I remember running around with that and Julius Caesar the whole time. Like even now, like as a meme, sometimes I'll just throw on all my like really good infantry gear on Scipio and send out Scipio Caesar, and it trades positive. It's just the funniest thing, man.
I just got 2 8 spots back to back, Teddy.
Nice, dude. I only had enough gems to spend 40, but I got super lucky and got 4 8 heads.
Wow. Dude,
Yeah,
you got
I know,
really
dude.
lucky.
I know. I kind of want to spend more, but I can't because, you know, wedding. Gotta save for.
Save for the wedding. And you gotta save for your state forum, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
Whoops.
I hate this game. Don't spend on this game. It's terrible. Everybody go
hey.
into the PC version and look up how much you spent on the game. And then you're
You
not gonna
can't
want
do
to
that
spend
anymore, by
like
the
me.
way. That's not actually
They
a
took
thing.
it away?
Yeah, they took it away.
Oh, what a bunch of rats, dude. Yeah, I saw that and I wanted to cry. Did you look up yours, Chis?
No, but I know my number because I keep track for videos. I mean,
You should DM
I'm
it to
almost
me. I'm
$100,000
curious.
into the game.
Oh my god.
I probably break 100K at the end of the year.
Oh.
But for me, it's literally a business expense. I mean, it doesn't. It's still an
Yeah.
expense, but I get to mark it off as a
Yeah.
business expense.
You bastard. That was the only reason I considered streaming was so I could just, I was like, even if I have like 20 viewers, I'll just put it down as a business expense.
It's one of the perks of being a gaming content
Yeah.
creator.
Oh.
Come on, give me those 8 spots. I gotta be careful. I'm actually gonna get enough sculptures to max this commander before I spin to 100. It's kind of nice.
That is nice.
Just
I would
turn
pay
around
money
and
to watch
spend all those gems on the state forum on this account.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
looking
God.
pretty good on my Joan. I've gotten 143 Joan heads so far, just from spinning wheels.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm close here. Yeah, I think I'm only going to spin this to like 70 or so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm
you're real
16
close.
heads away from expertise
I mean-
on Joan Prime.
I think you should just do the 100.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of wasted sculptures in that case. We'll
Is
see how many
there?
I get now as I spin towards 70.
Yeah. I don't think there's gonna be wasted sculptures. You still need like, how many sculptures away are you? It was.
Now I'm 15 sculptures away.
Oh, I thought you needed a whole other skill. My bad.
No, I'm like almost there.
Yeah, spend to
I
70.
think going
and
to
see where you're at.
70 is worth because then I get 10 universals. So
Yeah,
that's like a
10
big one.
universals. Yeah, so that's 2. So what, you need 13 now?
Well, so I need 15 sculptures. Now 14 sculptures, I think.
14? Okay.
Oh, 13 sculptures. I'm
How
close.
many universals have you put into her so far?
Oh, 12 sculptures. I put maybe too many universals into her because I wasn't sure if I was going to spin this wheel again or if I was just going to slam the expertise. But at the same time, I think it's okay. Like, if I stop spinning at 70, that's still good. I'm at 11 sculptures to go now. Oh, 11 sculptures to go. Jeez.
I learned a while ago to stop putting heads into commanders unless I'm about to slam it. Because I have a lot of commanders that I like have universal sculptures into that I never finished. And I'm just like, well, I'm sad.
True. Okay, well, on this spin, I got 0 sculptures. So, we'll see.
Nice.
I mean, I could just do the 50% spin and the free spin, then a 50% spin and a free spin, and then like a 5 spot. And then I'll see how many sculptures I'm at. And that gives me the 10 universals as well. But, I mean,
you
like...
could... Talos brought up a good point. You could still spend to 100 and just switch the commander before you get to the 100.
True, except I have Skippy expertise. I have CJ expertise. I have Guan expertise. I have Alex expertise. I mean, I could spin it and get Herald sculptures.
Eh.
That's like not amazing.
Eh. Yeah,
Herald's
he's
not looking so good these days.
Yeah. I thought about running Trajan Herald next KvK. But I
It's
don't
not
know.
good. I did last
Is it
KvK
not?
and I really was like, God, I remember why I moved away from this.
Yeah.
It's not where you want to be, man. I'm telling you.
Just run Herald Theo like 365 does, dude.
Do they actually still do that? Is that a thing?
I don't know if they do anymore. I just remember them doing it and being confused.
Theo is surprisingly good, actually.
Your chat is saying to Cheeseburger on this account too, with McCall Herald.
I'm definitely not doing that.
I remember when we fought you when I was in 846 and you were still cheeseburgering with Alex Herald, and I messaged you and said, "What are you doing? Use McCall."
Yeah, man. McCall's way better.
Yeah,
he is way better.
I was like, "What is this guy doing?"
Alex Herald, like, it was good for a time, but then as soon as McCall Herald became a thing, Alex Herald was just light years behind.
It's good if you're quick poking. If you're like going out and you're just trying to get the additional skill damage procs and you're hopping back into your city, it's great because you have 2 shots at it. But if you're actually jumping out and fighting for a while, so like you're yellow, then you just go back into your city.
Yeah, you get wrecked.
Yeah.
Why'd I pop a buff? Because I have so many buff tokens that I just leave them running 24/7. 5% token. I just have that running. You do that too, right, Teddy?
No.
Oh. Am I the only one who does that?
I forget.
I have so many of them.
I have a terrible memory, so I would just forget. I just forget. That's why I have so many. Did you ever make that how to kill up a call video?
No. Was that a video I was gonna make? Is that a thing we talked about?
Yeah, you and I were talking about it.
What? Wait, refresh my
call.
memory.
It was use a Tommy and lots of skill damage, basically.
Ah, that's how you take out a Pakal. I thought the way you take out a Pakal is you just ignore it and let the AoE skill damage do the work.
Nah. You just take use a Tommy and now a Boudica and then a bunch of skill damage and just swarm that thing down, and it's gonna die so fast and they're not gonna get any value out of it.
You pair Tommy and Boudica together?
No. If I were to do it just to kill up a call, yes. But you don't need to pair them together. If you have 2 separate archer marches, you can do it that way too. It doesn't matter how you do it. But I'm just saying, you want skill damage increase, and then you just want those stacks on him and just watch him shred. Like when I use my Pakal, if I'm ever poking with him and I see poison stacks, I just run. We're dipping. We're gonna node hop away because
out of there?
I'm gonna die and it's not gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to all you Pakal players, if you see poison stacks, run. To everyone that wants to kill Pakal players, use poison stacks.
Huh.
Because skill damage is his, like, kryptonite. You will shred him.
Okay, there we go.
Inferno Scorpion, do not invest into Edward. I'm still fighting support to try to get a refund for my Edward because his expertise is broken.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I want my Eddie refund.
Let's look in on this KvK we were watching earlier, the 1960 KvK. I mean, it doesn't look like they are slam dunk winning here. Like, they got a fight on their hands.
Yeah, this has been a good KvK to watch.
I wasn't sure what to expect in Kingsland. I just, you hear 1960 and you assume by reputation that, like, they're going to kind of steamroll.
Well, I was talking to 1960 guys, and they said that this is a recovery KvK for them, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how is this a recovery KvK?
That's not a recovery KvK, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what?
You got a hard fight going on here.
I don't know, man. They put, like, weird limits on themselves when they play, like... I don't know, like 960 is just a whole other beast the way that they play the game.
Lambo
like I remember
says...
a couple KvKs ago, they told them like, "Hey, no one's allowed to swarm in this zone."
Wait, 1960 said don't swarm?
No, in like one of their their last KvK, like when they were in a zone, they were specifically told nobody swarm anything in this zone.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they were like, no one's allowed to swarm unless you're like a 200 mil plus player.
Yeah, because you don't want people to get too drained.
Well, yeah, they were treating it like a recovery KvK, but they don't like, because they don't skip KvKs, they go in every time. So they were like,
really?
We need you guys.
Like zero skips.
I don't think they do. I mean, if somebody in the chat's from 960, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that if like they take any skips, it's like maybe 1 to try to like get a better matchup or 2. But I don't think they've ever full skipped or gotten close to that.
Wow. Lambo left a super chat here. Anyone else notice it takes an extra half a second to engage your targets? I did notice that when I was hitting barbs. Your march pauses a brief moment before it engages. I absolutely noticed that. I don't know if it's that way in the field as well.
It's in Sunset too. I actually noticed that.
Really?
Yeah. My marches were taking a weird. There was like they would like take a pause when you're doing like
Yes.
the 4 to 1 thing. Your
Yes.
extra marches are like will stop and pause for a second and they engage. It's really weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah, dollar zero skips this year. Dollar said, yeah.
0 skips this year. Jesus. Shelby, thank you for the super chat. 2489. We were not allowed to swarm in Zone 5 as well. Wow, okay. No swarm rules. Kaiser, what's up, man? 0 skips is really interesting. Like, the game is certainly way more fun if you're constantly going into KvKs. But, like, you do have a issue of recovery. Like, how do you ever recover troops and resources?
When you spend as much money as they do.
Jeez. I was talking to Dudu, and he said that he felt iconics were actually representative of more power level increase than armaments. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Like, he thought, he was like, yeah, formations are fine, but iconics were actually the bigger deal.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you look at the base stats, like, so when you're converting base stats into percentages, you either cut it in half. So, like, plus 4% base stats to health is really just 2% health. Like, that's the equivalent of, like, how it affects your field, like, your march as a garrison or rally or field. So you're actually, with the armaments, like, because you can have a full 6 iconic, you're getting more out of that than you are 1 armament or 1, like, per, because it's 1 armament per march, right?
So it's 4 armaments per formation and 1 formation per march.
Yeah, so you're still getting more out of iconics.
Well, so I mean, each armament can have, it looks like 3 different stat areas can be 3.5% max. Like, there's a lot of randomness. So what I think's about to happen, Teddy, is that the, I guess, loot slot machine we're all about to start playing is that you're trying to get an armament to be like all infantry stats or all cavalry stats or all archer
I didn't know
stats.
they could do that. I thought it was always 3 different ones. Okay, so then
we
maybe armaments are
don't know. I think
yeah,
that they
if you could,
are different, though. I think it's random.
if you can do that where they're all the same, like, and you can roll it so they're all the same, then I would think that the armaments are better.
The armaments, I think they're going to be pretty big. Plus, there's the inscription buff that you control, which is also pretty powerful. I mean, you know, just to give an example, because it's easy to think about, one of them that I saw was like 3.5% troop attack.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have Teddy on voice for those just joining us. So, you know, each armament, I believe, represents in the realm of like 9 to 12% of stats plus the inscription. I mean, it could end up being like each armament is like 45% of stats. Sorry, not each armament, each formation after all the armaments are added together. It's 45% stats. Yeah.
That's gross. Is there a formation for garrisons and a formation for rallies?
No. Although I assume that for your like garrison situation, you'd want normal attack damage.
Yeah.
Because there's a formation that does 5% normal attack damage. I feel like that would be really good. Because that gives you counterattack boost as well, you know?
Yeah.
We can look at the pictures of formations. I have them all.
Wait, normal attack boost wouldn't give you counterattack. You would just need a straight attack boost.
Normal attack boosts your counterattack, yeah.
I thought they were calculated differently.
No. It's really, the languaging is really weird. Normal attack increases the damage you deal to things you directly target and to everything that targets you.
Oh, okay, wait, that's right. I remember having this conversation with Dudu now when we were talking about Greatest Glory.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember now.
Right. So one formation is 5% normal attack. Another formation is 5% skill damage. Another formation is a 2% damage taken reduction.
Can you apply the same formation to multiple marches, or is it one per march?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, then everybody's just gonna run skill damage.
Sort of.
Besides your buff march.
Sort of. Because the problem is that each armament has buffs, right? And those are troop specific in some cases. Like we were talking about, like you could get archer health or, you know, cavalry health or infantry health. And so each armament has 3 different stats that you want to roll to like one troop type. So I think you're going to have a formation per troop type, ideally. Because you're going to equip all armaments for infantry, for example, to one formation, and then you're going to have all your infantry marches run that formation, I think.
I don't know, like 5% skill damage is huge on top of 5% you get from Ottoman. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know, man. If you're running like do you really need the few percent extra stats at that point? Like, I don't
think
know.
so.
That's,
yeah.
maybe.
Well, because we were just talking about how you could maybe swing as much as like 40 to 45% of stats. Like,
yeah.
That's like
True.
2 big pieces of equipment, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's going to end up being like you're going to want a formation for each troop type probably. But it all depends on how the armaments actually work. Like we don't actually know how the randomness works, but let me get a picture. I can pull it up on stream real quick. Okay.
If anyone runs just one troop type, they're going to be set.
Sort of, yes. You still need to get lucky with the armaments, but I think you have less to work on, that's for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, because I mean, I've seen players that run 5 cav marches, and if you're running 5 cav marches and you put the 5% skill damage on all of them, and then you got like 45% buffs, like, oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Okay, so here is, I looked at 4 videos in 4 different languages, and I took pictures of everything.
Okay.
Everything that they showed. And this is an emblem of the North. Now, this item is specific to the arch formation. And what I noticed is that you can see only 2 of the 3 stats listed, unfortunately, in this picture. That is cavalry attack and infantry defense. And then they have another one of the same thing. And this one has troop load and barb damage. So it's conceivable, and I don't know for sure yet, but it's conceivable you could have one that rolls all infantry stats.
God, if troop load and barb damage is a thing, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, you're gonna hate every time you get that, basically.
Yeah, that's Lilith saying, like, fuck you guys. That's what they're doing there.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Also, everybody
but
liked the stream. There's like 800 of you or 750 of you watching. There's only 400 likes.
ABZ, thank you for the super. Did I miss the update on your restarts, alliances, and migration? We can flip back over there and get a look. I forgot to look at the alliances overall in my restart kingdom. So, dude, this Harp of Horus has an all damage modifier. Oh my god. 0.55% all damage boost seems pretty good. So I think depending on how these can roll, like I don't actually know if they all can roll to one unit type of stats, but it could be that you like try to get, for example, infantry stat, all damage, or something like that, and that still would be pretty nutty. Yeah. No, I looked at a lot of pictures of this stuff, man. I got a ton of them over here. What else do I got? Any other cool ones to look at? Yeah, here's a good example. This one is infantry attack, archer health, and archer defense.
Yeah, so it's possible that you can get all
They got
3 the
2
same.
out of 3, but I haven't ever seen any that are 3 out of 3.
I mean, I assume if you can get 2, you can get 3.
Yeah, I assume so too. Here's another one that's 2 out of 3. The first one and the second are infantry stats, and the third one is a cav stat.
This is going to turn a lot of people off the game, though, I feel like, just because nobody wants to sit there and spend money to roll random shit. Like, this isn't a gacha game.
Isn't it a bit of a gacha game, though?
I mean, it is now. I mean, like,
Isn't
before,
it, though?
though, I mean, there was random factors before, but, like, one of gold keys aren't relevant after KvK 1 and 2. So,
yeah,
like,
the gotcha element of gold keys kind of goes away. That's true.
yeah, so like now it's just them, you know, bringing back more. It's for them bringing in more gotcha elements, and I don't think anybody likes the gotcha elements in the game. Like, golden keys are fine, it's whatever, because it's not important. It's like, oh, cool, I got a summon for this guy, like, awesome. But like, it's not important to the meta. You know what I mean? This is going to be important to the meta, and it's going to be really frustrating for players that are going to be locked behind luck, because we're already locked behind luck with crits and refining, and now it's just going to be even worse.
Yeah, the luck here is going to be significant, I think. But I also don't know how much... Like, I don't know how you wail on this yet, because we don't know what the bundles look like.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a way.
It's probably true. Let's jump to my restart real quick. Look at these power levels.
I'm actually going to hop off. I told my buddy I played Rocket League with him ago. He's been blowing me up, asking where I am, so...
Right on. Have some fun. Rocket League, man. I haven't played that in forever. That's still popular, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. I'm terrible at it, but fun game.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for stopping in, man. Pleasure as always. Hey, take care, dude.
Yep. Always fun.
This is my restart kingdom. 11.2, 10.3, 9.4, 6.7 billion power. And if we look at the kills, 205, 107, 82, and 21. Very different than 254, by the way. Chisgule KvK3, give me a tip. Don't get zeroed. Kingsland's a big deal. Don't get zeroed. Is the Halloween event a 7k gem event? I do not think that this is a 7k gem event. Usually they advertise that. Highest power player is Wretched Soul, 207. Followed by Prof Rock at 152. Then 138, 124, 124, 121. And then for individual kills, look at that Honey Badger. Up at 8 billion kill points. All right, chat. Is Mori in jail? What was Mori doing in jail? What was that? Jailbirds. Was this? Meow. Maury's bail money. He's in jail? Uh-oh. I don't see him on the Mightiest Governor list. It doesn't look like he violated a rule. MGE cap break minor. Okay. Got it. What's the best commander in this wheel? Either Joan Prime or Skippy Prime. My gem count on my restart is okay. But I feel like we talked about whether or not I'm going to spin Herald. I don't think there's really any reason for me to do that. What I could do, depending on how many sculptures of Joan I get, is I could keep spinning And then when I get to the point where I can max Joan, I could switch to Herald and just finish it out for like some sculpture upside, I guess. I guess we'll see how close I get to expertising Joan. So tomorrow, depending on whether or not armaments are live in game, I'm going to be live streaming. It's possible I will be live streaming around reset tonight. So I should tell you now, if we see armaments in game this evening, I will live stream. If it's tomorrow, I'll live stream then, if that's when it is. So I'm not gonna like set up a stream proactively and like maybe it happens and maybe it doesn't, but just like know that if it hits the game, I will fire up the stream. So that's either going to be 0 UTC, I'll fire up a stream if it hits then, or around maybe 2 UTC. But if it doesn't land in game, then I'll probably just do a video or stream tomorrow for like watching KvK or spinning the wheel. Do not invest in Edward. Oh my gosh. You have 9 Joan Prime sculptures? Let's go. All right, chat. I got to get some lunch. Pick up my kid at school. If you enjoyed the stream, throw a like on here. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back either tonight or tomorrow. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Hold on. Let's go see if anybody else is streaming. Anybody else streaming? Is anybody else streaming? Rise of Kingdoms YouTubers streaming? No. All right. We were going to go raid somebody. Nobody's streaming now. So if you are looking for something to watch, though, if you were looking for something to watch, if you wanted more information about armaments, let me get you a video. Actually, I'll get you this video. Here you go. Ton of information about armaments and inscriptions right here. Watch this. It'll help prepare you for the festivities either this evening or sometime this week, presumably. I'm out for real. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.